aggressive with those quick hands. It'll come down to how well the Johnson brothers can kind of keep him away from the middle of the court, because that's where he gets some issues when he's pulled out wide.
All right, and their opponents, Hunter and Yates Johnson. You see right there, that is Hunter Johnson, and you'll be able to tell the brothers apart. Hunter, 29 years old, as well as Yates, 29 years old. They are twins. Hunter and
are they
White
identical?
Sox.
I'm not too sure.
We can tell them apart, but for you guys at home, it's kind of tough. Hunter was in the White Sox. Yates is in the Black Sox.
Well, and actually, their sweatbands and sleeves match as well. And that is a good step in and drive there from Yates. It's what we saw in the previous matchup against Farias and Silstrom. Yates and Hunter.
1-0-2.
Nice pull right there from Yates Johnson on the forehand side. Gives him and brother Hunter a 2-0 lead here quick in game number one.
2-0-2.
Yates caught a little bit on the back foot there. Weight falling back as he tried to drive that one.
Just missing that back baseline is Yates Johnson.
Yeah, it's a good speed up there from Yates. Flattened out on him a little bit so he didn't get that ball to drop in like he was hoping for.
1-2-1.
Too flat there from Daescu. I like the reach in, but he's got to roll that more, get that paddle head underneath and brush up the back of the ball. And it just flicked at it.
Nice Ernie there from the big boy Andrei Daescu right there on the forehand side, Chad.
Yeah, he's definitely able to hit that Ernie, sometimes to a fault where he attempts it too many times, but that one, right situation.
Trying to go with that punch backhand from Kyle Yates, and that Ernie from Daescu as he jumps over that kitchen line and sideline. He hits that ball, he's sitting out of bounds. Oh, and now he goes, your other little trick shot is the ATP, otherwise known as an around the post shot. The dink cross court pulls him wide. He's able to go around the post right there.
2-2-1.
Yeah, good sell and good speed up there from Hunter Johnson. Big looping backswing, disguising where he's going to go. We saw Daescu take a step toward the line.
What a block from Yates. Now he's
Oh, it lands in. Daescu again jumping the corner of the kitchen for the Ernie, but staying outside of the court and getting hung up.
Wow, what dive on that ball from Yates Johnson. Again, talked with the brothers. They're swinging a different paddle here this week, and that is creating a lot of dip to a lot of their drives.
Oh, Yates said no.
He said no to himself and Andre, and he couldn't get out of the way fast enough.
Speaking of the paddles, a new Diadem paddle or new company paddle? Which direction?
I don't know. They just said it.
You're no good.
They just said
You're
it
no
was a
good.
different paddle. And that paddle is a 5-2 lead here for Hunter and Yates. That's just such good work right there from Yates Johnson on Daescu cross court, and they extend their lead to 4.
So one thing with Kyle Yates on the right side there, he has to. I mean, his strength on the right side there is sliding to the right and counterattacking or blocking with the backhand. What the Johnson brothers are doing right now is they are catching him sliding into the ball. They're throwing that ball all the way down the line. Yates trying to slide to the right, and he's essentially running into the ball. A little bit of an adjustment that potentially for him, and his feet are fast enough. Take a fake step to the right, slide to the left, and clear that forehand, and then they're going to feed him in that same situation. Now, easier said than done with the pace that these balls are coming.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Chad. And right now it's all Hunter and Yates as they're controlling points, and they're doing such a good job of point construction. It's given them a 4-point lead here in game number 1.
15 seconds. See, with 1 timeout remaining, still with 2 timeouts remaining. Time in. 6-2-1.
I don't think I've ever seen as big a counterattack as Hunter Johnson hit right there. Both feet were off the ground.
On a counter from 14 feet
Yeah, not
apart.
speed up, a counter.
Always trying to go with that same shot right there. Trying to go at the body with a backhand flick.
Yeah, he cut his swing off a little bit there. Saw him just stop at contact.
7-2-2.
Great counter from Daescu right there as he's handling all the pressure that the Johnsons are bringing at him.
2-7-1.
Oh, wow. Off the tape on the attempted Ernie from Yates Johnson. Hits him right in the hip.
3-7-1. Second serve.
Yeah, we see Kyle Yates talking to himself right there as he walks back to the baseline. I don't think that's a ball that you can really charge up on. Yes, it bounces in the kitchen, but it bounces so high.
Can't get on top of that. Daescu keeping them in that point, but Yates cannot get on top of that.
7-3-1.
Nice speed up right there from Kyle Yates as he goes backside on Yates Johnson.
7-3-2.
Good ball movement there and patience from Yates and Hunter. Hunter waiting for the right opportunity where Daescu kind of slides over a little too much and Yates doesn't slide over enough.
Nice pull there from Kyle Yates. Again, he had Yates Johnson off his feet trying to block that last one.
3-8-1.
Good pressure there from Hunter, just adding a little additional spin. Throw off the timing from Daescu.
That's a nice drop there from Andrei Daescu. A little short hop causing the error. Some incredible defense from Hunter and Yates Johnson just to stay in that point right there, but too much of an onslaught there from Kyle Yates and Andrei Daescu back within 3. Make it 2. Timeout here immediately before that ball even bounced. You're watching Hunter and Yates Johnson put their paddles on the ground going, we need a timeout, we need to slow this momentum. But what's been that difference maker here for Kyle Yates and Andrei Daescu, Chad?
Honestly, Yates and Daescu have had success with a slower pace speed up. Yates and Hunter are looking for that quick ball so they can counterattack or they can use that pace to hit it even harder. We're taking a look back here at the key point at 8-5, and we'll see right there, it's the slower pace.
Yeah, this is the point that gets it to 8-5, and you're watching the elongated point. But good defense here from Yates and Hunter Johnson. Because that was an onslaught right there.
Three slower pace speed ups right there, and both Hunter and Yates were off balance on each of those counterattacks.
Oh, and you see both Kyle Yates and Daescu, as that ball passes by them, they're like, please keep going. As that ball was not hit very hard, but it is Daescu and Yates back within 1. Make it
another missed
tied
return.
up here. That's the second missed return for Hunter Johnson in a row.
8-8-2.
Oh, and the ball on the Ernie attempt there from Daescu off the tape and out of bounds.
Yeah, and smart there from Yates Johnson. He goes shorter ball down the line, close to the net.
Kyle Yates just missing that backhand. You look him up at the kitchen line, trying to emphasize he needs to get on top of that roll, that backhand roll. Hit it a little too flat, goes long, and Johnson have a 1-point lead.
Good drive there from Hunter. Whatever paddle it is that they're using right now is definitely adding a lot of spin to those drives.
And 3 quick points after the timeout from Johnson & Johnson to take game number 1 in a commanding lead here in this semifinal matchup with a shot at the winner bracket final on the line. So a quick victory here in game number 1 for Hunter and Yates Johnson. We'll see if Daescu and Kyle Yates have an answer in game 2.
Thanks to DiscountTire.com, we have more time to hang with our new friends.
What do you like to do for fun?
Well, with DiscountTire.com, we save a ton of time.
So we're always trying new things.
Save time. Buy and book online at DiscountTire.com.
There's only one way now, just one way out. With every single break comes crashing down. There's only one. Face.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
All right, welcome back here. Game number 2 about to get underway. Game 1 going to Hunter and Yates Johnson, 11-8. Kyle Yates to serve.
Yates just getting a little too big on that two-handed backhand.
1-0-2.
Just missing wide on the sideline right there, Chad.
Yeah, he set it up well. Daescu going again for another earning attempt. Not really doing a whole lot with it. Almost came back in. But it was a lot closer than what it initially looked like off the paddle there from Kyle Yates. Using the new Valère paddle. He was with Paddle Tech for a long time. Tell you what, the drives from both Yates and Hunter are extremely difficult, and we heard them at the end of the last match that they are looking to drive those third shots.
The Johnson brothers here now. Tied all up here at 2.
Second serve.
And nice ball right there from Daescu, right at the feet of Yates Johnson. Not able to get underneath that. Nice job again, Daescu with the hands battle, Chad.
Good presence there from Andrei Daescu, getting up to the kitchen line, staying in that firefight.
3-2-1.
Yeah, that's the trouble with overutilizing the earning attempt. If it's not there, you're stuck in a very bad situation.
All front foot right there for Daescu. Just can't get on top of it enough. Goes long. The side out to Hunter and Yates.
2-3-1. Second serve.
Well, Hunter went for the big serve right there, but just missed it long.
2-3-2.
Oh, twice right there, but good adjustment from Kyle Yates right there. That ball pops up off the tape. It's so hard to adjust to that because the ball's coming so fast, and all of a sudden it just slows up.
3-2-1.
We've seen a lot of missed serves here today, Chad.
I think the wind is a little different down on court than what it is for us up here in the stands. Oh, he got away with one. He mid-swing, change of mind. You see,
yeah, right there. Kyle Yates.
yeah, he's going to speed it up. And sitting as a forehand originally.
4-2-2.
A little jammed up right there is Yates Johnson. I'd like to see him take that off the backhand, just punch block that back, but tries to run around the forehand, gets jammed, and Daescu and Yates now with a 5-2 lead here, Chad. And again, they're, backs against the wall, need to win this one to force a third game. What's been a difference maker here in game 2 as opposed to game 1 for Daescu and Yates?
Well, we continue talking about it, but Yates and Daescu are controlling the pace of it right now. They're taking their opportunities to be aggressive. They're not giving Yates and Hunter the ability to speed that ball up. So right now, Yates and Hunter are off balance. They're getting caught while they're moving. They're not set in the positions that they want to be able to take advantage of some of the balls. If Yates and Daescu kind of let off a little bit here and allow the Johnson brothers to start dictating again, then it's going to be detrimental for them. And they need to keep applying the pressure, not let up in any situation here.
Nice little firefight started there from Kyle Yates. Thought it might have been a bad decision at first, ends up working out for him.
But all it takes is one counterattack, right, and then the Johnson brothers trying to swing even bigger.
Unforced error there from Yates Johnson, and the Daescu Yates lead now out to 5.
7-2-2.
Make it 6.
So they're completely off balance right now. And you've seen the body language, the facial expressions.
Yeah, just
They are
distraught right now. Nothing that anything can be done at the moment. But what if you're in their corner right now? You're in their ear, Chad. What are you trying to tell them as what Paris Todd's trying to tell them right
honestly, what I would say right now is, hey, it's a tough lead to come back from right here. But what you have to do is flush everything that's led up to this point. Try to find the momentum going into the end of this one. Maybe you can't salvage it, but at least if we can find the rhythm and you come out in game 3 and really apply the pressure. But honestly, right here, I say, hey, get your swings back in. Pull the trigger a couple of times to get the feel and get yourself back balanced, because right now the shoulders are slumped, the head's down. We see the referee checking the paddle again because Yates took it off of the court.
That's a great job by our USA Pickleball Certified referee, Mike Baumgardner.
9-2-2.
Oh, wow, what a get there from Yates Johnson. I thought that ball was going to get up and over.
That's a badminton overhead right there. Wink.
Nice wrist.
2-9-1.
I love the sound effects right there, Chad.
Hey, my timing was down on that.
It really was.
Yates is completely straight-legged right there. It was a good speed up. It gave himself a good opportunity right there. But he's straight-legged, flat-footed, weight on the heels, and you're always going to hit that ball straight up.
Yeah, and it's just there's just no answer here for the Johnson brothers. And again, they're going for those serves. I like that. I don't mind the attack on the serve because you don't give up any points. But right now, you're looking for points, so you have to use that as an opportunity. You got to keep those serves in. A nice reach in there from Yates Johnson.
Yeah, so game one, and when they had their lead, Hunter's speeding that up. Right here, just a dead dink back, giving Daescu the ability to speed up.
Nice hand from Kyle Yates, and that is a major answer for Kyle Yates and Andrei Daescu here in game number 2, taking it by a score of 11-2. So we will go to a game 3 here on Championship Court at the 2023 APP Daytona Beach Open.
For just a little bit more, I can get you unlimited minutes, data, and text, 6 hotspots, concert coupons, cable subscription, dental cleanings.
We need all that?
Do we need all that?
I wouldn't think so. You should use Consumer Cellular. They have everything you need, nothing you don't.
I'll throw in this tiny little fan. Car wash voucher. Light up soap dispenser.
Think you lost? Get the exact same coverage as the nation's leading carriers. All the talk, text, and data you need, starting at $20. Consumer Cellular.
If you like to dink, then Pickleball Magazine has what you're looking for. Our bi-monthly print publication will help you become a better player with instructional tips, drills, and articles from the top teaching pros in the sport. And you'll become a healthier, stronger player with psychological, nutritional, and wellness advice from experts in their fields. Finally, if it's product reviews or the latest news, we have that too. To learn more or to subscribe today, go to pickleballmagazine.com.
For just a little bit more, I can get you unlimited minutes, data, and text, 6 hotspots, concert coupons, cable subscription, dental cleanings.
We need all that?
Do we need all that?
I wouldn't think so. You should use Consumer Cellular. They have everything you need, nothing you don't.
I'll throw in this tiny little fan. Car wash voucher. Light up soap dispenser.
Think you lost? Get the exact same coverage as the nation's leading carriers. All the talk, text, and data you need, starting at $20. Consumer Cellular.
All square at a game apiece here on Championship Court. Winner moves on to the semifinals. Johnson & Johnson against Yates and Daescu. And Johnson & out to a 1-0 lead here early. Nice pull right there from Hunter, Jeff.
Yeah, and that's what they needed to do here in game number 3 is come out and be aggressive. First point, they drive into Daescu's body. Second point, speed up into Yates.
Oh, and right off the right pec of Andrei Daescu right there from Yates Johnson.
Yeah, nothing Daescu could do right there because Yates is hitting it into him while he's moving.
3-0-2.
and that is a big come on now from Yates Johnson as he wins that hand battle against Andrei Daescu. And a timeout. Again, we've seen
timeout.
This. We have seen this so many times, Chad, in so many games today. A quick 4-0, 5-0 lead for a team, let's say a minute and a half, 2 minutes in, and then the quick timeout. So let's take a look at the Discount Tire upcoming schedule here on the APP Tour. Next up on the APP Tour is the 2023 APP San Diego Open, taking place from March 15th to the 19th. At the Hub in San Diego is one of the coolest pickleball facilities around, just opened. Anyone interested in playing at the event should go to the apptour.org to register. We'll be back in Mesa and Sacramento as well after San Diego.
Yeah, good spot from Daescu there. Yates thought he was going to go down the line forehand side, but he went to the backhand. Yates getting caught, trying to come across that body quickly. Oh, he's loaded up on that one.
Talk
massively.
about a wind-up, Chad.
We talk about mini windmills. That was a full-blown wind turbine.
Everyone in Holly Hill knew that ball was coming.
Oh, the court coverage.
Yes, Chad. Tell me.
Oh.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it because you beat me to it. Tell me all about the court coverage.
No, the court coverage there from Yates and Hunter Johnson. I mean, that gives you confidence, right? When you know you can speed a ball up and your partner's going to be there to cover any hole that's open.
That's just great work from Hunter Johnson as he had Daescu moving all over his left side. That's baited. They're baited into speeding that ball up because both Hunter and Yates want that.
Yeah,
Chad.
they're looking for that. But what I'm watching right now is body language and demeanor. Right, the Johnson brothers are back up on their toes. Chests are over.
Oh, wow, what a good ball there. A two-hander there from Hunter Johnson finding a hole, and they're up 6-1 here, Chad. Continue. So let's take a look at what got us here. Early on in this game 3, it's 2-0. Hunter and Yates Johnson up. This is what put them up by 3 early on. Another good point here, Chad, but good patience from the Johnson brothers setting this up.
Yeah, and like I was saying, the completely different team here in Game 3 compared to Game 2. But they're choosing the right balls to be aggressive. They're taking the calculated risks. We saw in that last replay, Daescu's trying to move out of the way, and they're recognizing it and hitting it into the spot where he's moving to.
Mm-hmm. It's great recognition by the brothers, Hunter and Yates Johnson.
I thought you were going to say recognition right there. I was waiting for the comeback.
Ooh, we haven't used that in a while. Good recognition.
6-1-1.
Got to write that one down again. I always forget it. But a 6-1 lead here for Johnson and Johnson. Oh, and they're coming in. That was a great shake and bake right there. And
I actually think that ball was going out. Off of Daescu's paddle.
Maybe.
We'll never know.
Good hit by the big man, Andrei Daescu in the middle there, Chad, just to keep him in that point.
I thought that backhand speed up from Hunter was through the middle. Daescu gets a paddle on it, gets it back down. Phenomenal pickup.
Same guy.
I jinxed it.
Same guy.
Sorry, buddy.
162.
On the unforced error there from Hunter Johnson.
It'd be interesting to see if it's the side of the courts that's really playing effect again there.
Another good setup there from Yates Johnson for brother Hunter, but can't finish.
362.
Here comes Kyle Yates and Andrei Daescu.
Yeah.
Right back in now in the timeout.
Looking like a different team on this end again. So definitely, I feel like the wind is playing a big factor down there. So we're starting to feel even more wind up in our little corner here. But down there, when you've got that strong wind behind you, you start becoming tentative on the balls that you're going to speed up on because you don't want to sail it too long.
Yeah, so let's see what the difference is here for Hunter and Yates Johnson after this timeout. They're going back and forth here. We've seen these heated conversations. We've talked about it, and I talked with them in their interview about it. And it's all just, it's that competitive nature, right? It's nothing personal. It's just they both want to win so bad that, they talked about that heated conversation we saw them have in Punta Gorda. It was against Farias and Silstrom, is that they just want it so bad. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a heated conversation about what they need to do and change. Let's see what they do change after this timeout.
Oh, he almost picked it up.
He did. Yates almost picked that ball up off the ground right there, but a good timeout and a good side out here for Hunter and Yates Johnson.
641.
Yeah, good speed up there from Daescu. Taking the opportunity, going in the body of Yates.
642.
Again, great setup, and it's just getting that. It's that second ball, and we talked about it, Chad, earlier in the women's match. You're not trying to hit the winner on the first ball. You're setting it up for a weak block to put away that second.
461.
I think Kyle Yates did play an out ball. Daescu tried to tell him to stop, but that ball's on him so fast here.
Yeah, Yates Johnson, fully extended, flat paddle. Going to be very difficult to keep that one. That one's not going to come back. Good load and good extension on the overhead there from Yates Johnson.
641.
What hands there from Yates Johnson against Kyle Yates straight on, forcing the error on Daescu.
Oh, wow. Slides on the line. So tough to pick that up. And of course, ball slides when it's on that line because there's not as much silica.
Oh, nice hands from Daescu, but again, that's my partner, Chad Edwards, with the big words for you guys today, and that's silica. He'll explain silica during the next timeout and what that is and what he means. You just can't drop big words like that.
Oh, it's in. Wow.
Oh, off the tape goes out. What a great job by Daescu right there with the little flip lob in the middle, accidental lob in the middle of that point.
Yeah. Hunter trying to go body of Daescu right there.
5-7-1.
Good speed up there from Hunter, from Yates Johnson, I should say. And yeah, back to the silica comment. It is the grit in the paint on the pickleball court. Fancy word for sand, almost.
Yep. Wow, nice pickup there from Kyle Yates. On the counter from Yates Johnson. And Daescu and Yates back within one.
Good angle. Kyle Yates getting caught with that ball behind him just a little bit. And then the forced movement from Yates Johnson.
7-6-1.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Kyle immediately saying, yeah, it went out, but it tipped off his paddle.
gave it a little additional nudge.
What a great hands battle, though, between Yates and Kyle Yates.
Another good counterattack there from Hunter Johnson. Getting into the body of Daescu.
So timeout in the same spot that Kyle Yates and Andrei Daescu called the timeout in game number one. They were down 9-6. I mean, what's happening right now, the hands battles between Kyle Yates and Yates Johnson, that's the difference maker for me, Chad. What are you seeing?
Yeah, no, it's definitely the Johnson brothers are back to being the aggressors, right? And Kyle Yates is kind of holding on a little bit, enough to keep them in the point, but he's not getting the counterattack down to be able to extinguish some of this pressure coming from Yates. So it's almost like, hey, you know that they're going to speed it up.
Right.
Take a step back, look at getting on top of that rather than it getting so much into the body, and then you're able to get that ball down a little bit.
Well, being able to get on top of that counter is the key. Wow, that drive off the paddle of Hunter Johnson is lethal right now, and they have a match point. And Daescu just punishing that ball and putting it away and holding off their first match point.
Yes.
Yates Johnson
He almost
down
took his own head off.
on his back trying to hit this ball off the paddle of Kyle Yates. He tries to get on top of it, almost in a scorpion move where he's trying to strike that above his head. Wow. I mean, the unbelievable hands from the Johnson brothers just to stay in this because I thought they were down and out.
But that's a situation there where Daescu was not ready for the speed up or for that hands exchange.
It just goes right down that line, does Hunter Johnson. And it will be match point number 3 here.
10-6-1.
Match point goes to Hunter and Yates Johnson. They will move on to the winner bracket final 11-8, 2-11, 11-6. Where they will meet up against Stefan Auvergne and Brendan Long. Brendan Long becoming a mainstay
weekend,
in some
Mr.
of these
Long.
finals here, but a great match from both sides. Daescu and Yates got some work to do on that bottom half. Here's the 2023 APP Daytona Beach Open.
Having a tough time getting better? Our 3-day Level Up Pickleball camps feature a low student pro ratio and offer personalised training from the best pros in the game. Level Up will take you full circle through the point building process by teaching proper stroke mechanics, positioning and winning game strategies. Each camper also receives a personalised before and after video, an instructional manual, product discounts and more. Discover how good you can be with Level Up Pickleball camps. Visit us today at leveluppickleballcamps.com.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
The 2023 APP Daytona Beach Open is sponsored by Skechers, Powerplay Pickleball Central, and Selkirk.
Rockin' Protein moment of the match here for the Johnson brothers, and it's game point. The excellent control and aggression proving too much for Yates and Daescu. We've got Dominic Catalano down on the court with Yates and Hunter.
Welcome back to Championship Court. I am with Yates Johnson, Hunter Johnson. Congratulations, guys. Moving on to the winner bracket final. Again, a tough one in 3. You guys take the first game. Tell us about game 2. What was the difference that both Kyle Yates and Andrei Daescu made to take that second game 11-2 and force the third game?
I think it was primarily just in our hands. We were I mean, we took control the whole first game and just kind of dominated. And then the second game, we just kind of panicked a little bit. You know, we got down on ourselves and kind of, I mean, just the only word is panic. And so kind of we kind of got back together in the third and figured it out.
Hunter, I hear you in my ear over here going, we need to play our game. And was that something that, again, you go into against two opponents that you're very familiar with, play your game?
Yeah, we just had to be strategic, and they have really good hands, and we were kind of playing to that a little too much. We had to kind of throw in some longer rallies, and the longer the points went, I feel like we could take control better, and so we're happy to move through.
And Yates going straight up against Kyle Yates right there. You're getting a lot of hands battles. Is this something you're looking for and you want in the middle of a match like that?
Yeah, I mean, I know he has a really good counter backhand, and he kind of sits on it. I mean, I'm comfortable going against him. It's not really the best play because as he starts getting settled, he starts making them more. So I think switching it up and kind of throwing that in there here and there, that was the game plan, and we just kind of slowed everything down and played our game. So.
And then moving on to that winner bracket final, Hunter, what does it mean to you? Because, again, you're one win away now from moving on to 3 gold medal matches on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, it would be my first Triple Crown. Obviously, I would have to take down my brother in the singles. It's going to be a tough feat to do, but, yeah, we're just going to take the match as it comes and play our games and see what happens.
All right, well, congratulations, boys. Moving on here at the 2023 APP Daytona Beach Open.